Hi, my baby. So be selective, my love. Be selective with your energy. You'll notice a lot of time, especially coming from my baby, if you're like a really beautiful, loving spirit, if you have a kind soul, if you naturally have a tendency to always want to give to make the world a better place, you really got to be discerning with where you put your energy. You really want to be discerning with who you give your energy to. Because like it or not, we have a lot of energy vampires. We have a lot of dream killers. We have a lot of low frequencies who love to siphon your light. We have a lot of folks who subconsciously do not even realize that they are doing it. And that's the thing. Subconsciously, a lot of folks are not upkeeping their spiritual vessel. They're not upkeeping their spiritual health, which is vital. It's the most important key. Yes, we go to the gym and we lift weights. Yes, we make sure that we are tending to our finances, but the number one most important thing in this world, you guys, in this 2024 day and age moving forward, is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EI, is the new IQ. Okay, so our frequencies are rising so much right now, you guys. We are going back to traditional times. I can speak for Native Americans because we were led tribes. A lot of the tribal ancestral groups were led from the psychic, the spiritual talkers, the windwalkers, the ones that spoke with spirit, who were a divine vessel of healing from spirit. Those were our leaders in our communities because we were heart-led. We were very much so heart-led, connected to Mother Earth, compassionate, loving, kind. Okay, I'm not trying to romanticize, but I am just giving the truth. It is the truth. So a lot of times in this life, you will have to have discernment because you are a beautiful, special soul. You are so loving and kind, and you do tend to be a giver. And a lot of this attracts the dark. A lot of this will attract abusive partnerships, narcissistic people that cling to your light. Like I said, a lot of folks don't even know they have demons clinging onto their auric field. It's like a barnacle on a ship. A lot of people don't even know that they have, I like to call ghosts or spirits that dwell on this earth realm, barnacles. Okay, so I've seen it. If a lot of you don't know, I do have visions whenever spirit likes to drop some knowledge in me. I can't control this. It's not like Danelle Wolf or Esther Wolf where they could just see it 24/7. The messages come to me not by choice, but when it's time, I realized. And a lot of time it's not even time. Like that one time I died when I was 26 years old. I went to the light and I didn't even know what there was like a tree of life. And I was like, what the fuck's up with this tree of life? So that I didn't even get for like 5-6 years. So sometimes they just show you and then you realize way later. And as well as when I was a kid, I always used to see spirits around my brother Justin. I used to play with them. They used to wake me up. They used to bother me until I was 21 years old. So I think, I don't know how to turn it off and turn it on. It's like when they show me, but the visions always do come true. They always do come true. And I know this because I've seen since I was a teenager, deaths in my family that were coming that really did come true. They did come true. I don't go and tell. You're not the law of the universe, universal law. I go by God's law. I don't go by man's law. When you have this gift, you're not supposed to tell when people are gonna die. You're not supposed to tell them. So what I would usually do is I would tell people around them, like subconsciously in the nicest way possible, like prayers or whatever. But yeah, that's the universal law. You don't tell people when they're going to die. When you have a loving, kind heart, remember that you have a million ancestors that have your back, okay? You have warrior ancestors. And you know, in my past lives, because I've done so much past life regressions, I've always been a warlord or a warrior all the time, like a physical fucking warrior. And I've died in battle so many times. So I have a lot of anger that I've been trying to process in this lifetime, because this lifetime, usually you, if you're watching this, your spirit had to crash right the fuck out and put a bunch of trials and tribulations in this one earth life, because they're really hard up and they're trying really hard. But guess what? You're safe in doing that. Why? Because this is the time for you to go through those trials and tribulations. And plus I seen 4444 when I was talking about the trials and tribulations. You're always safe. You have your ancestors and your guides with you at all times. But guess what? You got to be specific in speaking and asking them for that help, because we have something called free will choice. So we got to ask, be specific about what you want specifically in life and be honest about it. Okay? I love you. And a lot of the times we really have to we really have to decipher a lot of things with our spirit guides. We have to communicate with them. So, getting off topic here, I've seen a lot of, like subconsciously they just showed me the way demons work. I had a vision once of a couple of my friends that were in addictions who were on their deathbed, and there was 3 demons and there was 3 light beings in the background. And this is what happens. We have a choice. It's kind of like that movie Ghost. And sometimes when we die from addictions, we were stuck with the demons around us because we're in a low auric field. When you're in addiction or always thinking super negative, depressing, you're going to like attracts like. And the entities that do dwell in that low frequency energy, if you're prolonged way the F too depressed for way too long, love to dwell in that and they will cling to you. So I've seen a lot of visions of how demons work and how they, when you're ready to go to the light, how they try to trick you and they're like, oh, but if you stay with us here, you can have a second chance at this life. Like, well, like they bind you. You have a choice to be bound here or not. You have a choice to be stuck here or not a lot of the time. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you die so fast, you don't even know you're dead. For example, if you're blacked right the F out on alcohol and a semi hits you head on, you still think you're alive. You're on that highway. Like, a lot of spirits still think they're alive, okay? Until someone actually tells them, yo, you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much funny Native American memes where, because we're so close. Native Americans are close to the spirit world, okay? So there's a lot of memes where a ghost will be blacking out and the Native American will throw their shoe, go to the light, or whatever. It's just really funny. But literally, that's the way we grow up. Literally, that's the way I grew up. Like, my Auntie Doreen and them, like, when I would tell them, oh my God, I just seen blah, blah, blah. And I was little, they were like, she's been here for a long time. Like, they're just so used to, like, you know what I mean? So there's different levels to this ish. So what I was showed was, a lot of the times when you are on your deathbed from addiction, you'll have the dark ones who made you, who spoke to you to tell you to drink, drink, drink. And then you'll have the light ones, and they'll give you a choice. They'll give you, honestly, they'll give you another choice of life. They'll be like, you can choose to die now and come with us, the dark ones, or you can choose to get your motherfucking ass sober. If you continue to live this life of addiction, feeling sorry for yourself in this low frequency, you are gonna be homies with these dark ones on the earth. So get sober. And I've seen that. The light ones will actually show you, this is the path you're led. It's almost like Mickey's Christmas Carol. Like Mickey's Christmas Carol, like when Scrooge and Mickey, when they have the 3 ghosts, Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Present, Ghost of Christmas, oh yeah, Future, Ghost of Christmas Future. Like, and they all come to him and this is the options that you're gonna go if you don't change your life. That, you guys, that's legit. That's legit truth. And I've seen it. I've been seeing it. I've seen demons. They've showed themselves to me. So it's really important to keep a clean vessel, stay sober. I don't care if you have to go to a Buddhist temple. There's a church of spirituality that my therapist recommended to me 10 years ago because she is a white psychic medium, and she was the one who told me that. Whatever resonates in your path, our native ceremonies, that also resonates with my healing, is our native ceremonies, our natives, I'm not going to go too much into it because I love to gatekeep my people's ceremonies because so much of it is exploited. But yeah, so whatever path that leads you to it. AA is another good tool to use. Just take what resonates. It's not any kind of cults. Take whatever, go to all of them. Like when my dad was alive, he went to everything. Like he went to Church of Latter-day Saints, the Jehovah's Witnesses, and he went to our pipe ceremonies, our sweats. He would go to the Lutheran church, the Christian church. My dad was bang, 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 and he believed in Buddhism. He'd do Buddhism. So like, just go to all of them. And then I went to college and I read that book, Life of Pi, and I was like, dang, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like we all have a different journey to creator. Kichimantu, God, Allah, Bob, George, whatever the hell you call our great yin and yang, feminine and masculine entity. Just be kind, just be loving. Like I said, the best way to ward off the dark spirits is to keep a clean vessel, to keep clean thoughts. You gotta try to live a beautiful life, you guys. We're not just put here with a get out of jail free card. You have to try to have a great life. It takes some elbow grease. I wish we were handed everything on a silver platter. I wish it was really easy to control our thoughts, but a lot of times it's not easy to control our thoughts. and our thoughts dictate our life. It's like a boxer. It's like Mayweather training every single day of his life to become a champion. That is the way you have to control your thoughts, because like it or not, you do create your life. You can create your own heaven on earth, or you can create your own hell. And that's a blessing, because it's giving you your power back, knowing you're creating your heaven on earth. And so you honestly gotta understand, we are in this beautiful life right now, and it is a beautiful, happy life. You gotta just put some elbow grease in it. And like I said, when you are not even a part, you're not even aware of this journey yet. Sometimes you're just starting off in self-belief, or you're kind of lost. You don't know where to start in your spiritual journey or your healing journey. A lot of the times, you will, the first steps of recognizing this is like actually the toxic people in your life, the toxic workplace, the people who, sometimes it'll be initiated like your spiritual journey from people who betrayed you and deceived you. And when you are in God's light, when you are a chosen one, when you do walk in the light and you walk in love, when you do walk in love, a lot of the times it is going to come with contractual agreements that you are going to have a lot of snakes in the grass that try to snake on you. And that's just, it's almost like the play of life. It's almost like we are all living a Shakespearean play, and there's different characters in your life like a Shakespearean play, and it's just like you see them. You got to start looking at the bigger picture, you guys. You got to start looking at, why is this person in my life? What are they here to serve? Because all they do is hurt me. You know, you got to decide, why can't I put this bottle down? Yo, I was at that point in my life. I didn't know. Getting sober was one of the hardest, was like quite literally the hardest thing I've ever had to discipline to do. Because I've been getting blacked out and hammered. I loved the feeling of escaping my body. I loved when the world went black since I was 2 and 3 years old. When I started loving the taste of beer. Ew, right? Who likes beer? I was a 2-3-year-old little baby loving the taste of beer, and I used to love escaping my body. I realized, wow, I can escape my body. I loved escaping my body. And ever since then, I just loved escaping my body. So each time I would get drunk, the goal of the point was to escape my body, because I loved it. It was weird. It was like I was getting free of this world. I don't know, it's weird to explain, but finally realizing that it was actually lowering my frequency, lowering my growth, because I wasn't being present. And in order to really reach your highest evolution, you do have to be present in this world. So I know it's tough, especially when you have to deal with a lot of energy vampires, a lot of toxic environments, people, places, and things, a lot of trials and tribulations that life is going to go throw to you, that you just want to drink and escape, or you just want to get high and escape. But the only way to evolve and pass that chapter in your life is you have to feel it and just be present with the pain, and then watch as it passes. It's like passing gallstones. Once you accept that your heart's broken from the trial and tribulation you are currently in, whether it's healing from intergenerational trauma, your mother died, your child died, a miscarriage, your puppy passed away. It's like takes a lot of time and discipline to start to see people, places, situations for what they really are, which is very toxic. And sometimes a lot of us don't even realize this, because we were born into this environment. We were born into these people, places, and things, and these addictions, and they were taught to us. The violent cycles were taught to us. The addictive cycles were taught to us. The not communicating. A lot of us do not even know how to communicate. You need to be comfortable having uncomfortable conversations. You need to be comfortable having uncomfortable conversations. This is the only way that fighting and ruckus can be solved in a healthy manner. There is a way to just speak to people in a very compassionate, strong way with discernment. You got to start making discernment in your life. You got to start being comfortable communicating. Like, say for example, if someone very much so snaked on you, and subconsciously maybe they didn't even know they did it, you have to be able to say, excuse me, actually I do not like how you threw me under the bus. It really felt like you threw me under the bus back there in a disrespectful way, belittling me in front of everybody. This is actually what I meant by what I said, and you just twisted it, and I feel really belittled and feel really hurt by the way you just embarrassed me back there by throwing me under the bus in front of all of our coworkers. You know, you got to be comfortable discussing. Absolutely, don't take that home with you. You need to be comfortable discussing these uncomfortable conversations. I feel hurt. I feel hurt because of this. You got to start getting used to that communication, you guys. That's going to heal a lot of stuff. Like when you go to these healing circles, healing meetings, you got to be like, I feel hurt, because a lot of this healing journey and a lot of making discernment with toxic people, places, and things, and environments you are growing out of it, or you're finally starting to see, you're taking off your rose-colored glasses and you're finally starting to see, is the truth. As you heal and ascend and hit higher frequencies, you're going to start to see people for who they are. And you know what? That doesn't mean you have to be mean. Just love them for who they are and lead them on their way. Bless them, God bless them on their journey, but doesn't mean I have to break bread with them on Sunday suppers. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've had to do restraining orders on some family members because of just the usage and the abuse and the violence I experienced as a teenager from a lot of my family members. And I was a troubled youth, and I did change, but it takes a lot of time to change your life and to recognize cycles. Okay, so damn, the snow outside is so nice. I can go make a snowman soon, or have a snow hunt. Do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to catch these hens? But yeah, so now that you're starting to grow and evolve, you're going to start realizing that your heart is so huge, and putting up boundaries and being a bitch is necessary. You gotta be sometimes an a-hole to protect your peace, to start saying no, because your heart is so gorgeous. You have the biggest heart out of anybody in the whole entire family, community, town, city, wherever you are. You have the biggest heart. You have like a Princess Diana heart. You're just pure love, and you are not too sensitive. Don't let the world call you too sensitive. No, that is a superpower. That is absolutely a superpower. Emotional intelligence is the new IQ, okay? That is the shift that this earth is moving into, new earth. Let me repeat. Emotional intelligence is the new IQ. Remember, when you have a high heart chakra, you're psychic. You can smell bullshit from a mile away. Remember, when you have a huge heart, you're psychic. You can smell bullshit. You can see demons, okay? So understand, as you grow and you evolve, you have to make discernment, and it's okay to be a dick. Practice being a bitch. It's to protect your peace. You have to make these boundaries. You got to start protecting yourself the way you would protect your child, the way you would protect your dear best friend. That is the way you have to start protecting yourself now. Okay? You have the biggest heart in the whole entire world. You put up with a lot of BS from your parents, your cousins, your pervert family members. Now it's time for you to make those healthy boundaries and protect yourself and start speaking up for yourself. Be a bitch. Be a dick. You're deserving to have these beautiful boundaries, because everybody wants your energy. You're the babe. You have this $1 million energy and you don't even know it. You have this beautiful big heart and you're always loving and giving to people and you don't even know it. Start being more cognizant to where you're putting your energy, and feel okay. Release all shame and guilt for saying no, ghosting, or just totally deleting people out of your life. It's for your greatest and highest good. And the law, as soon as energies leave your life that are no longer serving you, it makes room for higher frequency relationships, money, places, and things. And this is true in my own life. Look, I make my own schedule. I'm my own boss. I own a business. I make money. Yo, I never would have thought, as soon as I started making healthy boundaries, my life shifted, because I started to recognize my worth. When you start recognizing your worth and your self-deservingness, your self-worth, your self-deservingness, it's like God finally exhales and is like, hey, now that my babies recognized their worth and their self-deservingness, I can start blessing them with these gifts. Why? Because they won't fumble the bag, because now they realize their worth. If you would get all these blessings and all these gifts that you prayed for a long time ago, you would have fucking fumbled the bag, okay? I see it a lot in my own communities with the hush money that they gave a lot of kids from these pedophile boarding schools. And they gave hush money to these kids who are so broken rooted chakra that you give $100,000 to a broken rooted chakra foster home kid, and it's pretty much they kill themselves. It's hush money. Like, I'm sorry we graped you as a child over and over and kidnapped you from your home. Here's some hush money, but it's pretty much go kill yourself money. Or imagine God giving you everything that you wish and prayed for, but you wouldn't even know how to handle it. And plus, you're surrounded by all these snakes in the grass. You're surrounded by all these users and abusers. They would have just, you could have easily ended up dead. If you got everything you prayed for and wanted in the past, God would have just never would have gave it to you because you didn't see your self-worth and self-deservingness. Now that you're starting to recognize the company you keep and that you can do better, that's friendships, relationships, jobs, anything, just anything. God can now finally give you the bag. God can finally give you the gifts that you prayed and asked for because now you know how to handle it. Now you have the wherewithal, the strength to smell bullshit. And now you have better friendships, better environments, better community, and a better sense of self because now you're on the right path to healing. Okay? Start being discerned, having great discernment with who you surround yourself with. This is people, places, and things because energy flows where attention goes. Okay, baby? So don't forget that your energy is everything. Your energy is your currency and it's the most important thing in this life. All right? I love you so much, my love. I love you so much, my baby, and I'll see you next time on Cherish Love Talks.